Okay, let's talk about claiming a discard. When you see a tile discarded that you think you might want, say pause, say call, say take. Those are all the fun terms that you can use in order to say that you want that. Here's the deal, and the biggest rule of American Mahjong, you can't pick up a discarded tile unless it completes a group of 3 or larger in your hand. Just because you can take it doesn't necessarily mean that you should. When you pick up a tile, you've got to expose that grouping on your rack to prove to everybody else at the table that it does in fact complete a grouping. But then once you expose it, it's set in stone. You can't add to it, you can't take away from it, you cannot change it, with the exception of a joker swap. When you lay out that exposure, keep in mind, does that limit you to only a few options on the card? It probably does. So is that decision going to pigeonhole you into something that you don't want to do? Or is it a great way to narrow down your options because you need to be a little bit more decisive, pick and commit, and keep the game going? There is no limit to how many times that you can say pause, but you want to keep the game going at a really steady and courteous pace. Also remember, you can say pause even if it's not your turn. So the second you see something you want, say pause so it prevents that next player from taking their turn. Because the second that they draw a tile and set it down on their rack, the window of opportunity is closed and that last discard is dead. So the only tile that's up for grabs is the most recently discarded tile. Play always goes to the right after the discard, so there is a chance that players get skipped when somebody calls a tile out of turn.